Hello everyone. Today let us try to have the numericals on heat transfer problems. So the stiffness matrix, that is the thermal stiffness matrix of heat transfer problem, is given by K is equals to AKX by L in the matrix of 1 minus 1 minus 1 1 plus of HAS in the matrix of 0 0 0 1. So this part, it is consisting of the conductivity. It is conductivity matrix, and HAS in the matrix of 0 0 1 is related to the convection. In addition to that, we have to use the load vector, and in general, the forcing vector is due to the end convection, and the end convection is given by F is equals to 0 HTA. So this usually when there is convection at node J, suppose there is a link element or a wall element. So node 1 is not having any convective heat transfer coefficient, and if node 2 is having the convection, then we'll come across the load vector or forcing vector at node number 2 or node number J, and at node number 1 it will be equals to 0. So in general, we have to make use of these set of equation in order to solve the numericals related to the heat transfer problems. So let us try to solve the first numerical on heat transfer involving the conduction and convection. So there is a composite wall consists of three material as shown in figure. So the outer temperature is T naught, which is 20 degrees centigrade. So this side it is called as inner surface, and right side it is the outer surface. So there is a specified temperature on the outer surface, which is having 20 degrees centigrade, and the convective heat transfer takes place on the inner surface of the wall. So this side it is the convective heat transfer coefficient with surface temperature T infinity as 800 degrees centigrade, and the convective heat transfer coefficient, which is given as 25 watts per meter square degree centigrade. So it is asked to determine the temperature distribution in the composite wall. So it is a three wall composite member. So it is required to consider three elements corresponding to each wall. So each each wall is having different thermal conductivity. So material 1 having the conductivity as 20 watts per meter degree centigrade, material 2 as 30 watts per meter degree centigrade, and material 3 K3 is equals to 50 watts per meter degree centigrade. So it is specified temperature at node number 4 and convective heat transfer coefficient with surface temperature, which is specified at node number 1. So the first step in finite element formulation is to have the discretization of the given problem. So there are three elements consisting of node 1 and node 2. Between node 1 and node 2 there is element 1. Between node 2 and node 3 it is the second element, and between node 3 and node 4 it is the third element. So the temperatures are assumed as T1, T2, T3, T4 corresponding to node 1, 2, 3, 4. So our aim is to determine the temperature distribution in the wall, meaning that we have to determine T1, T2, T3 and T4. But T4 is specified, which is equals to T0, and the value of this is 20 degrees centigrade. The second step is to have the stiffness matrix of the thermal problem. So there are three elements. We have to have the conduction matrix first. So the thermal matrix is given by K is equals to Ka divided by L in the matrix of 1 minus 1 minus 1 1. But as the area of the element is not specified in the given problem, so that need to be considered as unity. So it is Kx by L in the matrix of 1 minus 1 minus 1 1. And to determine for element 1, the stiffness matrix is K1, and the thermal conductivity of the first wall is as 20 watts per meter degree centigrade, and the length is 0.3 meter. So I have substituted these values over here. So K1 is 20 divided by length of the first element is 0.3 in the matrix of 1 minus 1 minus 1 1. And you simplify this, it comes out to be 66.67 minus 66.67 minus 66.67 and plus 66.67. As element 1 is connected between node 1 and 2, it is written over here as 192, 192. That is between node 1 and node 2, between node 1 and node 2. Similarly, when you calculate the thermal conductivity matrix for element number 2, it is K2 is equals to 30 divided by 0.15, the matrix of 1 minus 1 minus 1 1. So after simplification, this comes out to be 200 minus 200, minus 200, plus 200. Element 2 is connected between node 2 and 3. For element number 3, it is K3. Thermal conductivity is 50. Length is 0.15 meter. And after simplification, we'll get this matrix. And element 3 is connected between node 3 and 4, node 3 and 4. The next step is to have the global stiffness matrix in the finite element formulation of this thermal problem. So to have the global stiffness matrix, it is required to add the stiffness matrices of node 1, element 2, and element 3. And when you add together, globally there are 4 nodes with 4 temperature values. So definitely it is required to consider a 4 by 4 matrix in order to have the global stiffness matrix. And on the blank stiffness matrix, it is required to write as 1, 2, 3, 4, corresponding to node 1, 2, 3, 4, or 4 degrees of freedom system. Similarly, in column also, it is required to write as 1, 2, 3, 4. Now we have to search for each entity of this matrix. So that is 1 cross 1 entity, it is available in K1, which is 66.67. 2 cross 1 is minus 66.67. There is no 3 cross 1 in K1, K2, K3, so it will be 0. Similarly, when there is no 4 cross 1, it is also equals to 0. 1 cross 2, it is available in K1, which is minus 66.67. 2 cross 2 is available at 2 places, that is 66.67 plus of 200, which is 266.67. 3 cross 2 is minus 200, it is available in K2. No 4 cross 2, so it will be 0. Similarly, you can add the remaining entities of these 3 matrices. So you get a 4 by 4 global stiffness matrix consisting of only the conductivity. Now, as the stiffness matrix of a thermal problem is consisting of both conduction and convection. So here we have considered only the conduction. Now, the next part involves the addition of this convection heat transfer coefficient. So the convective heat transfer coefficient is specified at node number 1, that is the inner surface. So the value of H is given as 25 watts per meter square degree centigrade. Now, it is required to note that the stiffness matrix is consisting of a matrix of conduction and convection. So the convective part is given by the expression. Convective part is given by the expression HAS in the matrix of 0, 0, 0, 1. So as the convective heat transfer coefficient is specified at node number 1, meaning that we have to add the value of H as A is equals to 1. H we have to add at 1 cross 1 entity of the global thermal conductivity matrix. So that value of H is to be added to 1 cross 1 entity, it is the diagonal element of node number 1. So therefore, the value of this convective heat transfer coefficient when it is added to the 1 cross 1 entity, that is 25, 66.67 plus of 25, this comes out to be 91.67. So it should not be added to other entities of the element, as convective heat transfer coefficient is specified at node number 1. It is to be compulsorily added to the inner surface entity, and the inner surface entity corresponds to 1 cross 1 entity. So that value is to be added at 1 cross 1, and the magnitude now in this global stiffness matrix of a thermal problem is 91.67. Now, to have the global load vector, so there are 4 nodes, the 4 forcing vectors I have specified corresponding to node 1, 2, 3, 4 as R1, R2, R3, R4. And it is to be noted that these load vectors are due to the convective heat transfer coefficient. So convective heat transfer coefficient is available at node number 1, which is equals to 25 watts per meter square degree centigrade, and there is no specified value of convection at node 2, node 3, node 4. So therefore, the R1 is consisting of H into T infinity value. R1 is equals to H into T infinity. So H value is convective heat transfer coefficient, which is equals to 25 watts per meter square degree centigrade, and the ambient or surface temperature is 800 degrees centigrade. So when you multiply these two, it comes out to be 20,000, and at other locations or other node, it is equals to 0. The next step is to have the overall equilibrium equation, which is Kt is equals to R. K is the global thermal conductivity, thermal stiffness matrix. T is global temperature vector. R is global forcing vector or global force load vector. So we have already have this particular matrix, that is global thermal matrix. multiplied with the global temperature vector consisting of T1, T2, T3, T4, and the global forcing vector, which is 20,000 at node number 1, and at remaining location it is equals to 0. Next, we have to apply the boundary condition. So, wherein we have to have the elimination approach. So, wherever the temperature is specified, that particular node, row and column is to be eliminated. So, as the temperature is specified at node number 4, so it is a known value. So, it is required to eliminate the fourth row and fourth column. Fourth row and fourth column as T4 is specified. T4 is 20 degrees centigrade. Now, in doing this, it is observed that the fourth column value of minus 333.33, that is third row value of minus 333.33 is getting multiplied with this 20 degrees centigrade, and which we are eliminating. So this need to be considered in simplification or in solving the given problem. So this minus 333.33 is getting multiplied with the 20. So this value is to be considered on right side of the third row, because this is not there in the fourth column or fourth row. So this entity corresponds to the third row. So this value is to be considered, which is getting multiplied with the 20 degree centigrade of this T4. So therefore, this value is to be considered right side, and that value is 6,666.67. So after elimination, we left with this value 91.67 minus 66.67, 0 minus 66.67, 266.67 minus 200, 0 minus 200, 533.33, and they are multiplying with the temperature vector of T1, T2, T3. So is equals to 20,000 at node number 1, 0 at node number 2, 333.33 into 20, which is nothing but 6,666.67. This value is to be considered for third row, as it is multiplying with the 20 degrees centigrade. So when you simplify these three equations, or if you solve the 3 by 3 matrix of this type, you will going to get the value of T1 as 304.75 degrees centigrade, T2 as 119 degrees centigrade, T3 as 57.14 degrees centigrade, and the temperature T4, which is specified in the problem and is equals to 20 degrees centigrade. So similar to this, let us solve other problem of this conduction and convection. So determine the temperature distribution through the composite wall subjected to convection, heat loss on the right side surface with convective heat transfer coefficient. The ambient temperature is minus 5 degrees centigrade. So we have already solved the problem of 3 walls. So this particular problem is consisting of 2 walls. Specified temperature is there at inner surface, and heat loss is there, or convective heat transfer coefficient is there on the right side, that is outer surface of the given composite member. So length of the first member is 0.06 meter, and the length of the second member is 0.02 meter, and the thermal conductivity of the first material, first wall, is 6 watts per meter degree centigrade, and thermal conductivity of the second member is 20 watts per meter degree centigrade. So the first step is to have the finite element formulation. There are 2 elements connected between node 1 and 2, element number 1. Element number 2 is connected between node number 2 and 3. So it is assumed that the temperature at node 1 is T1, temperature at node 2 is T2, temperature at node number 3 is T3. So L1 and L2 are known. The second step is to have the elemental thermal stiffness matrices. So corresponding to node 1, it is K1 is equals to Ka divided by L in the matrix of 1 minus 1 minus 1 1. Area is again not specified in the problem, which need to be considered as unity. So thermal conductivity of the first material divided by length of the element, so which is 6 divided by 0.06 in the matrix of 1 minus 1 minus 1 1. So when you simplify this, it comes out to be 100 minus 100 minus 100 plus 100. It is connected between node 1 and node 2. Node 1 and node 2, it is to be written on the top as well as in the column. So similarly, for the element number 2, K2 is 20 watts per meter degree centigrade, L2 has 0.02 meter. So when you simplify this, this comes out to be 1000 minus 1000 minus 1000 minus plus 1000. And element 2 is connected between node 2 and 3, 2 and 3. The next step is to have the global stiffness matrix, which is the addition of 2 stiffness matrices. So globally, there are 3 nodes with 3 degrees of freedom system together, all together. So it is between 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. So you have to search for each entity. It comes out to be 100, minus 100, 0, minus 100, 1100, minus 1000, 0, minus 1000, 1000. So convective heat transfer coefficient is there at outer surface. It is to be added to 3 cross 3 entity, and the magnitude of H is 1000 watts per meter square degree centigrade. So altogether 1000 plus 1000, it comes out to be. This need to be added at 3 cross 3 entity, 1000 plus 1000, which is 2000 value. So next is to have the global load vector, so which is AH T infinity. So there is no value of A, so definitely it is equals to unity. H value is 1000. T infinity, that is ambient temperature or surface temperature on the outer surface, is given as minus 5 degrees centigrade. So this comes out to be 0 and minus 1000, that is minus 5000 value at node number 3. So therefore, the forcing vector or global load vector is 0, 0, minus 5000. So this is the overall equilibrium equation. Kt is equals to F, where K is global stiffness matrix, T is global temperature vector, and F is global forcing vector. Now, as the temperature is specified on the inner surface, it is to be eliminated. So T1 is equals to 20 degrees centigrade. So the first row, first column is to be eliminated from the equilibrium equation. First row, first column is to be eliminated. Now, when you look at the second row entity, sorry, the entity corresponds to first row, first column. So when you multiply this, the value of this eliminating, multiplying the first column of the stiffness matrix 20 and transfer to the right side. Now when you look at the magnitude of the 1 cross 1 entity, 1 cross 1 entity, so which is multiplying to this minus 5, sorry, the temperature of T1 of 20 degrees centigrade. So 100 into 20, 100 into 20, which is 100 into 20 is to be transferred to the right side as it is getting cancelled in the stiffness matrix. So therefore, after elimination, first row and first column, we left out with a 2 by 2 matrix of 1100 minus 1000 minus 1000 2000 multiplying with the T2 T3 is equals to 100 into 20, which is the magnitude of 100, which is multiplying with the T1, which need to be transferred to the right side as that cannot be equals to 0, right? So which is multiplying with T1 of 20 degrees centigrade, which need to be transferred to the right side. So when you simplify this 2 by 2 matrix or two equations with two unknowns, we'll get a T2 as minus 0.833 degrees centigrade and T3 as minus 2.916 degrees centigrade. And T1 is specified, which is equals to 20 degree centigrade. Now, the next problem, determine the temperature distribution along the length of the rod at L by 4, L by 2, 3L by 4 and L as shown in the figure. So there is a tube-like structure. So the rod with radius of 25 mm is insulated at the perimeter. So outer surface is completely insulated, meaning that H is equals to 0. The left end has a constant temperature of 40 degrees centigrade and free stream temperature T infinity is minus 10 degrees centigrade, which is there at the right side. And Kxx is 35 watts per meter degree centigrade. H is equals to 55 watts per meter per degree centigrade. So for this particular problem, we have to have the four elements as it is asked to determine the temperature at L by 4, L by 2, 3L by 4 and L. That is at a distance of 25%, 50%, 75% and at 100%. So therefore, four elements, four such elements are there. So element 1 is between node 1 and 2, element 2 is between node 2 and 3, element 3 is between 3 and 4, element 4 is between 4 and 5. So we have to have the stiffness matrix here. Area is also specified. So area of radius of this member is 25 mm. So area will be 5 by 4 d square. So that is 1.963 into 10 power minus 3 meters square. So we have to have the four stiffness matrices K1, K2, K3, K4. Next, we have to formulate the global stiffness matrix. So we'll get a 5 by 5 matrix. And the value of convective heat transfer coefficient, which is given or specified at node number 5, so which need to be added at 5 cross 5 entity and 5 cross 5 entity when it is added. And the forcing vector is given at node number 1. So the magnitude of it is which is minus 1.07965. So the forcing vector, sorry, it is specified at node number 5 because of convective heat loss at node number 5. So this value is minus 1.07965, which is h into a into t infinity. So this magnitude. Next, we have to simplify a 4 by 4 matrix, though it is not possible to have the solution of the 4 by 4 matrix in a simple calculator. Maybe it is not possible. So this need to be solved manually. And the temperatures we got at T2 as 32.36 degrees centigrade, T3 as 24.75 degrees centigrade, T4 as 17 degree, T5 as 9.45 degrees centigrade. So similar to this, other problems may be solved related to the conduction and convection, right? So I'm going to continue with the fins in the next video lecture.